We're back at Tiger Stadium where Slidell has just...
And we are back at Thibodaux High Stadium. 3:23 to go in the first half. It is 21-6. Slidell really, so far in his first half, dominating the game over Thibodaux. And with a well-balanced offense, a hurry-up offense for that matter, as we wait the kickoff from the 40-yard line.
It's very important this time that Thibodaux scores before the half. I think they have the personnel to do it.
As there's the kick, end over end. They'll return it, Thibodaux at the 15, to the 20, to the 25-yard line. One of the up men got it, and he's going to be tackled at about the 27-yard line, their own 27. So Thibodaux will get it 1st and 10 at that point with 3:16 left to go. And it appears the return man was number 40 on the play, and that is Dwayne Davis. Exactly, and the receiving core out there right now includes Turner, Duncan, and Kelvin Adams. As Chauvin is trying to get some signals, he's getting some word now from Dwayne Davis, who's going to be the lone setback on the play. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, out of shotgun. Chauvin picks his foot up, there's a signal, and he hands off to Davis, takes it to the 25, and he is stopped for about a 1-yard loss on the play. James Crippen for Slidell was the tackler on that play as Davis now comes out of the game. 2nd down and 11, Thibodaux High at its own 26-yard line. Chauvin will stay in the shotgun formation as now they put 2 receivers right and 2 receivers left. One setback shaded to the left as Chauvin calls for the ball out of the shotgun. There's the snap. He looks once, looks twice. Over the middle, it's picked up by number 26. And for about a 2-yard gain, Kentrell Thomas on the play. He may have gotten to about the 29-yard line, so it's going to be about a 3rd down and 9 situation.
Thomas almost broke at that time too, so they were just inches away from a large game. So let's see what happens on the 3rd down.
About 3rd down and 8. Thibodaux High School down at its own, looks like about 28-yard line. They're sticking with the shotgun, 3 receivers right. And there's the snap. Chauvin looking once, looking down the right side. He's looking for number 2, and he's got him to the 42-yard line. That'll be a 1st down thanks to the sure hands of Edward Morgan.
Sure hands, personnel, and key people, and Morgan, they're tremendous kids, moving the sticks with no time on the clock. 1:46. Let's just see what happens in this short period of time.
Very sure hand. It reminds me a lot of Chuck Foreman when he was with the Vikings. 1st and 10, Thibodaux at its own 41, 137 and counting now. They're sticking with the shotgun. They're putting 3 receivers right, 3 to the left, 1 right. There's the snap. Chauvin looking to the left. Looking downfield, he has to scramble to the right, scramble to the 40, scramble to the 45. He gets to the midfield stripe and is knocked out of bounds pretty close to the 1st down marker around the Slidell 49, 48-yard line. And we'll see what the officials indicate. 1:22 to go in the first half. Thibodaux trying to make a really solid game out of this, down 21-6. And it...
It's going to be very close. They're going to have to bring the state. What do you think? Give me a prediction. You think they'll have a 1st down?
Well, it's hard to see the ball from here, but I think it's probably going to be roughly about a foot short. Exactly. Everything on base 12. Everything from a 1x4 to a 12x12. Figure that board foot based on 12. Here are the sticks. They're going to put them down at the sideline nearest us. 1st down.
Again, Thibodaux moving the ball with no time being taken off the clock. So still 1:22 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Thibodaux High just a little bit down, 60-21 at this point.
They're going to put it officially near the 49 of Slidell. 1st down and 10. 2 timeouts left for Thibodaux. Shotgun formation. It looks like they're sticking with 2 receivers right and 1 left, 2 backs in the backfield. Chauvin's now under center. He fakes the handoff, standing at his 44, looking down to the left. He may get a man wide open, and it's an interception by Brian King of Slidell. He takes it down the sidelines to the 50 and out of bounds near the 43-yard line of Thibodaux. Another ill-timed turnover.
If Brian does not intercept the pass and the 2 catches the ball, I think he got 6 points.
It looks like he was aiming at Edward Morgan down the left side. There was a penalty on the play against Thibodaux. That's going to be nullified. Slidell will decline it, excuse me. Slidell, another scoring opportunity, folks. First down and 10 at the Thibodaux 43 with 1:08 to go as they go back to hurry up. And it looks like...
Slidell Tigers did not let them score a minute and 8 seconds.
Sticking with the shotgun now. Liuza under center. 1 back shaded to the left. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. There's the snap. Standing at his own 49. Throwing to the right side. The receiver slipped before he got the ball to about the 40-yard line. Incomplete. Second down and 10 with 1:03 to go in the first half.
This might be one of that first or second incomplete pass all night.
I think it might be the 3rd incomplete total. All right, now we're back to the hurry up. 2nd and 10 from the Thibodaux 43. Slidell, Liuza calling for the snap out of the shotgun. And there it is. It looks like I thought a receiver took early, no flag, but Thibodaux High stuffs him in the backfield. A 2-yard sack led by number 94. That is John DeLon once again. Johnny on the spot for the 3rd time as we call his name tonight.
He's had a tremendous first half. He really has. He's played a great game on defense.
Under 45 seconds to go. Clock is still running. 3rd down and 11 from the Thibodaux 44. And it looks like there's a bit of confusion on the Slidell's part. They're not calling a timeout. They got 2 left. 32 seconds and counting now. That 1 back shaded to the left. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers left. There is Liuza rolling out to the left, to the 50. Passes it to King at the 44. He takes it to the 41, and he'll be, no, he's not stopped. To the 40. He stays inbound at the 38-yard line. 13 seconds and counting. And it looks like Slidell's not going to use their timeouts. It's 4th down. I figured they at least go for a long field goal. 4 seconds, now they use it. And that was probably their strategy with 3 seconds left. Run a little clock out and go for the field goal. So unless Thibodaux blocks it, this will be the last play of the first half.
Prior to the start of the ball game, we're now looking at the kicker here. It looks like it might be a little bit out of his range. If you remember correctly, he was kicking the ball about 35, 40 yards, and the ball is placed on the 37-yard line, so that would be a 47-yard field goal if the field goal is attempted.
So if they kick this is at the 38. If I do my math, it'd actually be closer to 55 yards. And so earlier we mentioned the rule of 12, field goals, the rule of 17. So it's 10 yards behind. Of course, as you know, I don't have to tell this gentleman, he's been an official forever. Exactly, the rule of 17, so in case anybody's interested. Now let's see if they go for the field goal, if they go for the Hail Mary situation. Note, Liuza's coming back. I don't see the kicker, which is Clint McCall, so they're going to go. No, actually, he's number 10. So here, this is it, folks. Looks like a Hail Mary formation. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 setback as Liuza calls for the signal. He's back at his 46. He's looking. He's rolling right. He might get, no, he breaks the tackle at the 45. Throwing downfield to the 10. It is caught by Brian King, but he's out of bounds. With no time left, Brian King for Slidell got pushed out by number 27, Adrian Joseph. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially at halftime of Thibodaux High School's return to the playoffs for the first time in 12 years. The score is Slidell 21, Thibodaux High 6. We'll go ahead and take about a 2-minute break. You're listening to 640 AM KTIB, the high school game of the week, and we'll be back after these important commercial announcements.
Yeah, 2-minute break. He's trying to get this happening. He's going to come in and interview Miss Hall.
Woo!
You don't have to use the headset.
Yeah. I don't really need a headset either.
No. Let me get audio check, make sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your fourth game, halftime to start.
So they can hear each other.
Led by Tiger X, led by second lieutenant Kathy Clemon.
We didn't get any other scores.
Okay, well, if Jason has any, I'll make sure he conveys
so
them.
give us some scores so I can write them down, and then we'll make some announcements on early.
I'm not in love. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thibodaux High Tigerettes.
So looking pretty good.
Testing? No, not yet. No, still in break.
Yeah, y'all can bring it up here.
When you finish the interview, can you throw it back to a break? Sure. We'll back up more half time after this. Well, that'll be your closing or whatever you say. Y'all be going to break, you're not going to put a band on it at all like that? The other two guys are coming again and talking about the halftime. You, when you answer this, you can read it and it says for it. Okay. I'm really not sure what I'm going to
Baseball is good as the football team.
I just thought you were
All right, we're getting ready.
You want to talk about the school? I want to talk about the school.
And we are back live at Thibodaux High School Stadium. Halftime 21-6. Slidell on top of Thibodaux, and quite an enthusiastic crowd here tonight. Thibodaux High School's return to playoff football for the first time in 12 years. Doesn't seem like that long.
But it's been a long time for the Tigers here, and I'll tell you what, you can always tell when these Tigers are winning. You take a look out in the stands here tonight, William, it's just completely packed. There isn't a seat available anywhere on the home visitor side. And it's been like that all season for the Tigers. They have, Lenny Ford has really turned the program around. He has put people in the stands. I noticed earlier, last week we were here with a tremendous victory over Destrahan. And once the game was over, I would anticipate that 15, 20, maybe even a half hour, the fans just stayed and enjoyed the win. They stayed in the stands and really enjoyed. So a lot of pride has been brought back here in Tiger Stadium.
Oh, very much so. And you know, my father has often told me the great memories when he was in high school in the early 60s when Coach Tatum was here.
Oh, I remember. I was here myself.
They had a lot of success that he had brought here in the postseason to Thibodaux High, and I believe, help me out with my memory, I think one year they played Neville for the championship in Homa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was actually before the 60s. I think that was in 1957 or 59.
Okay.
And lost to Neville. Beat Neville 7-0.
Well, I think so.
Right.
But I will say this, and I won't say the gentleman's name, but I have to tell you this funny story. My grandfather, Bill Taylor, and grandmother, along with my Aunt Phyllis and father, they all went to that game in Homa. And there was a gentleman, a friend of my grandfather, who drove them down there. And when they drove up to the gate, when they was
Up there?
well, to Homa, wherever. With coastal erosion, maybe it's down there now. But anyway, so what happened was a gentleman friend of our family drove them down there to the game. When they pulled up to the gate, the gentleman said, "Hey, can you get us a seat? Can you get us a parking spot by the stadium? I got a crippled fella here in the back." Well, anybody knows grandfather. He was never even close to being injured. Well, what happened was, so the officer signaled to another officer and, said, "Yeah, go put him a spot by the stadium." And he got mad at his friend for doing that and said, "You shouldn't do that. That spot's for handicapped people." And the driver friend said, I know, Bill, but do me a favor. When you get out, could you just fake limping for a couple of minutes?"
And that's exactly the character that grandfather played. He was a great person. He was out here personally. But let's kind of recap the first half a little bit, Bill, and the scoring. It actually almost started at the coin toss. So Slidell won the toss and they deferred. So therefore, they kicked off to Slidell High School. They kicked the ball through the end zone. On the first play from Chauvin just kind of threw a little flat pass. It was hit by defensive lineman. and was intercepted at the 11-yard line. First play from scrimmage for Slidell, they scored on the first play, an 11-yard run by Top. That was with 11:46 left in the first quarter. Slidell took a 8-point lead. They went to 2 and made 2 on a penalty. So therefore, 11:46, Slidell took the lead early on in the first quarter. Then, in the middle of the first quarter, Thibodaux High threw the ball 80 yards, and Turner had a 30-yard pass reception for a TD. Thibodaux went for 2 with a swinging gate. The gate closed on them early, therefore they were leading 6-8. Well, not very long after that, at 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter, Slidell drove the ball 75 yards, while Usa went in for a 1-yard run. That made the ball 6-15. That was all the scoring in the first quarter. Only one score took place in the second quarter. Slidell again drove the ball 97 yards, and they scored on a 2-yard run, I believe, by Usa, and that made the score 21-6, and that's the score is here at halftime. 21-6, Thibodaux down to Slidell Tigers.
Yeah, the Thibodaux High School dance team just performed for the audience. Now the world-famous Thibodaux High School marching band is performing for our lovely audience. One thing I noticed tonight, Rabbit, we seem to have a handful of people that actually decided to show up all painted.
Yeah, I tell you what, and if you notice as we drove into the stadium tonight, the number of signs that were placed along Thibodaux High or Tiger Drive and whatever it may be, really, when you got into the stadium tonight, you had to be in full spirit to support the Tigers. It's unbelievable.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, this is probably a good time to take another break. We'll take about a 2-minute break once again. We're at halftime of Thibodaux High's playoff game against Slidell, 21-6. Once again, let's take an important commercial break. Back on 640 AM KTIB in just a few moments.
I don't care what flavor you're
I would drink Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Hi, Billy.
Hello. How's everything?
Well, we're down right now, but we'll be all right. We got to stop while
No,
you're
it's so exciting, though. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know we need to do better, but it's just so exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting.
What happened to My Girl? Now we're getting ready to sing the song. My Girl. Oh, okay.
Wow.
They play that song every week, My Girl. Can relate to that. That's the 1960s, man.
New band director.
Yeah, he's from the 60s, I'm sure.
Well, no, he's into fun stuff. Now, other band directors is into serious stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is interesting for a first-time play-by-play job. And for Kenny Trahan's show in New Orleans, I've done like spot reports, but never like this. However, I haven't told Rabbit this, but 12 years ago, I was asked to be a ring announcer for pro wrestling. So that was my only other experience.
Well, we're going to get through. We're going to get through tonight.
Oh, yeah, we will. I'm so glad the field stayed dry. We didn't get the rain yesterday that we thought.
Right. Because we had a pep rally last night, and I had it last night instead of today, and it was going to rain. It was about to kill me.
Right.
They said, you shouldn't have made it that. But I did. I lost my mind.
Oh, no, actually, there was one other time I did play-by-play. In 9th grade at East Thibodaux, Toby Kleber asked me to do play-by-play with him in the back of the stands for girls basketball.
In what year?
Well, I would have been in junior high, so in 9th grade, 83, 84, I had to have been. All right, here we go. And we are back here at Thibodaux High School Stadium, 21-6 Slidell on top at the halftime mark as the Thibodaux High School band is continuing to give us some exciting information here tonight. Wake up, William. Some exciting music tonight. I got to make sure I got my head in this game. That's the important thing.
Well, I tell you what, we're here around 1960, 1955. One of the songs they played out on My Girl. I don't know even the words to that song.
Right, was a huge hit for the Temptations back in the mid '60s. For all you Motown fans out there, and I tell you what, it's really wonderful to see the spirit of everybody here is not downed, even though of course the Thibodaux's a little down right now on the scoreboard. The spirit remains very high at this eloquent stadium. If Jason Lee's listening back at the studio right now, Jason, if you get a chance off the computer, if you have any updated scores from any teams in our area, real quickly, some of the teams who are playing tonight, high school football. Terrebonne High School is playing at Hahnville, and also Ouachita High School is playing Destrehan in Destrehan. That ought to be a lot of fun. East St. John, also from District 6-5A, is playing Santa Ma. And real quickly, as I flip the pages here, the 3A.
We need to perhaps check on the team that the winner of this game will play. I think that's O.P. Walker and
Covington. So we'll be, and also too, if folks, if for some reason we don't get any updates, stay tuned to KTIB. When the game is over, we're going to go to Kenny Trahan's original Prep Football Roundup show out of New Orleans on WGSO. He's going to give us a lot of updates from a lot of teams all over the place. And so make sure you stay tuned to 640 AM KTIB. We're going to stay with Kenny Trahan's show from when we sign off through 10:30 p.m. tonight. Also, from District 10 3A, teams that are playing, St. Charles High School is hosting Patterson. Lutcher High School is on the road at Independence. And I believe St. James is at home playing Catholic of New Iberia. So it's good to see, Rabbit. We got a lot of good area teams in the postseason.
West St. John, too, one of my favorite schools from Edgar. Coach Larry DuPont is starting his trek for the ground, and he normally ends up there. DuPont last week, and he was indicating that his only strong team that he thought he was going to have to play would be Northeast. That's the bracket that he's located in, and that's not for the semifinals. So I like to send good luck out to Coach DuPont at West St. John.
Ironically, you mentioned Coach DuPont's name. His last year at Thibodaux High was also my last year as well. I think he was head coach for about 7 years over here. And by the way, West St. John tonight, they are hosting Lakeside High School in Class 2A football. And Coach DuPont has done, and if my memory's correct, he still lives in Thibodaux, right?
That's correct. Lives in Thibodaux and travels to Edward every year. And he has just had a tremendous stint at West St. John. I love him there. He's turned their program around. He has made them winners.
I'm going to throw out a little bit of a trivia question right now. This weekend is Saints Hall of Fame weekend, where many former Saints are in town. Today in Metairie at the Landmark Hotel, we had the inductions for Reuben Mays, the longtime running back for the Saints from 86 to 90, and former assistant coach Steve Sidwell has also been inducted. But do you remember who was the only Saint player that graduated from Thibodaux High?
Yes, Tom Russo.
Tom Roussel, who everybody knew was Ski, and played a couple years. He also was with the Redskins and the Eagles for a good while. And
he was a senior here at Thibodaux High. I was a sophomore, so I knew Steve very well.
But of course, one of the best we ever had, of course, who went to the pro game, Eric Andelsek. 5 years of the Detroit Lions, 4 years of the Detroit Lions before he left us untimely in 1992. One heck of a great offensive lineman, good old number 65, and so many decent players we've had come out of here that moved on the college ball. Not too many in the pros, of course, but and I'm forgetting one. I think Malcolm Scott, if I'm right, played for Detroit and Washington. Was another Thibodaux High graduate who moved on to the pros. So we've had a lot of good ones down here. And let me throw out some memories. When I was at Thibodaux High, probably one of the best ball players we had was Derek Salisbury, who later moved on to LSU. So we've had a good handful of them, and a memory that I shared off the air earlier. I was in Monroe when Thibodaux won their first ever championship, but the first one for 5A as well in 1991. Listening to Monroe-based radio was hysterical. Those announcers were so upset. First when we beat Ouachita in the semifinals, and then beat Neville in the Dome.
Well, I happened to be on the sideline that night, William. One of the jobs I had at that time was I was the assignment secretary here for the Thibodaux Football Association. And I was very fortunate to have a sideline pass, and I and I witnessed the victory. What a tremendous night for Thibodaux High that night. They came in as underdogs. They played a good ball game. They managed to tie the ball game up late in the fourth quarter, and they went on to win it in overtime.
Oh, very much so. And, you know, the Washita game that year, the Neville game for the championship, it was an amazing season, of course. That also was the last year for Coach Lorio when he moved on to the Curly Hallman's staff at LSU. I think last I heard, Coach Lorio is the athletic director for University High, if I'm correct. Okay. And
1991, that was the first year that the Louisiana High School Athletic Association extended into the 5A classification.
Yeah, now, what do you think about a realignment that might happen for next year?
I think that Easy White, of course, across town is going out west. They're going to be in a district with Patterson, Burley, Martin City, West St. Mary, and Easy White. I think Easy White has tremendous move. And let me just say this IU district here is going to be tremendous. Day in, day out in this district, and it's tough. It's the Southeastern Conference of 5A football.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute commercial break because the players are getting ready to get on the field as the band leaves the field. Once again, we'll take a 1-minute break. This is 6:40 a.m. KTIB's High School Game of the Week, back after these important announcements.
Halftime score, Congo 21, Carbon 6. Halftime score, East St. John 27, Claremont 0. Halftime score, Munich 15, John Curtis 7. Halftime score, St. James.
Back live out here at Thibodaux High School, 21-6 halftime. Slidell on top of Thibodaux. The players are now returning to the field, getting warmed up as the band finishes its montage of amusement. And also, while we were in break, the principal of Thibodaux High School, Shelba Harlan, came by to say hello to us. That was very nice of her to do so. And also, real quick, give some other credit to the other folks out here, assistant principals Terry Boudreau, Glenn Haydell, Yvonne Weimer, who is my aunt, by the way, and Joan Crochet, Barry Fils, and the athletic director, Douglas Heidel. Of course, we know Coach Ford is the head coach. The assistant coaches, Jeremy Atwell, Arthur Bernard, Reuben Brown, Tony Clark, who I graduated from Thibodaux High with, by the way, Vernell Coleman, Chris Dugard, David Foote, Thomas Lorio, Christian Murillo, David Pittman, Blake Trosclair. The trainer is Jerry Backwell. So we definitely want to give all these nice people credit for all the hard work they do throughout the year, not just during football season, keep our young people in both good physical shape and good academic shape as well.
I don't know if you made a few comments, but got a few halftime scores that you can pass on to at halftime, Hongville 21, Terrebonne 6. At halftime, East St. John 27, Metamont 0. At halftime,
St. James
16, Catholic High New Iberia 6.
Okay.
At halftime, St. Charles 21. They are
Patterson
0.
and
John Curtis happens to be losing at half. They have scored John Curtis 7 in 4-8, and they're
Eunice, losing to Eunice of all schools.
13-7 at halftime. We're about ready to get the second half underway here. The teams are lining up on the field. Thibodaux will be receiving the football. Kicking the football the second half. We're just about underway.
Young Ross Estev getting ready to kick off from his own 40. 3 men deep for Slidell. Stay tuned, folks. It could get exciting in the second half as the ball is end over end. It's a little bit short. Ball's near the 8. Fumble on the kickoff. Slidell fumble. Thibodaux High School has recovered. Thibodaux High School recovers the opening kickoff. Slidell fumbled it at the 18. THS got it. That appears to be number, looks like number 32 recovered the ball for Thibodaux High School, Chaz James.
Bill, this looks like a deja vu. You know, first place for students the first half. Slidell was in second. Great opportunity right here for Thibodaux High School.
Yogi Berra said it. Deja vu all over again. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to the shotgun formation for Thibodaux High School. We'll try to mention the offensive lineman in a minute. Chauvin is under center. Oh, excuse me, take that back in shotgun. Looking right. Looking downfield. Throwing to number 1. It's complete. Complete to the 13-yard line. Kelvin Adams gets the first down. Incredible play.
First down. Thibodaux High plays a first and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Also, we have 78, Byron Lewis, Derek Thibodaux, 77, along the offensive line. Derek Ordon, excuse me. First down and 10. Chauvin under center. And he hands off to Edwin Morgan to the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5. He hits the pylon, but he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And he looks like he is pretty close to a first down.
You cannot coach speed. And that's exactly what happened that time. The hole was for right on the inside, probably right off tackle. Hey, look, he took it wide. Nobody could be honest with you, I think the referee did.
Yeah, but I really thought it was a first down, if not a touchdown, but it'll be second down and less than a yard. Thibodaux all the way down to Slidell's 3-yard line after they recovered the fumble kickoff. 3 backs in the backfield lined up left to right. Chauvin under center, takes the handoff, then he gives it to number 40. We have a touchdown for Dwayne Davis. Dwayne Davis of Thibodaux High School scores that touchdown, and that makes the score 12 for Thibodaux, 21 for Slidell. Good offensive line play up front, led by number 60, Adam Dupree. Tremendous call that time, and guess what? On the extra point, we're going back to the swinging gate. And it looks like they're going to line up there, get out of the swinging gate, back to standard formation. Estef lines up to kick the extra point. Waiting for the snap, out of the hold of Chauvin. There's the snap. It's blocked. The kick is blocked, and that'll be a dead ball. So, really good drive for Thibodaux. Excellent recovery, capitalizing off of the fumble. And we'll go ahead and we're going to take a break. 11:22 left to go in the third quarter. Thibodaux is only down by 9, 21-12. This is the KTIB 640 AM game of the week. Back after this 30-second timeout. Phew. Wow. Okay. Back at Thibodaux High School, an exciting capitalization of a fumble. Thibodaux High only down by 9, 21-12. Estef kicks off. Downfield, it goes all the way back to the 10, and it's fumbled. Slidell fumbled the second kickoff as they try to pick it up, and he gets stampeded at the 15-yard line. An excellent tackle, it looks like, on the play. That was number 22, Spence Streams, 27, Adrian Joseph, and 32, Chaz James. Almost double unfortunate circumstances for Slidell. Yogi Berra, that's right. So now it's first down and 10 for Slidell way back, and it looks like at their own 14-yard line. Liuza hands it off up the middle, and they got stopped for only about a 1-yard gain. Excellent defense by Thibodaux High. Second down and 9. They are fired up for sure. Second down and 9 from their own 15. Liuza hands off again to number 11. He stopped in the backfield. Number 11, Ryan Tott, all the way back, it looks like, to his 9-yard line is where they're going to stop forward progress. So now it's going to be 3rd down and very long. Let's say about 3rd down and 15 for Slidell.
That's a conservative guess. That's more like 18 yards.
They're going to put that ball way back at the 9. Thibodaux's defense has started swarming in this second half. Liuza standing at about his own 3 in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to the left. One receiver open, number 23, catches it at the 10, and he is swarmed over. It looks like by number 41 of Thibodaux High, Myron Terrio, and they're going to have to punt 4th down and long. The punter standing back at his own goal line with 9:37 and counting left in the 3rd. Thibodaux High by 9, 21-12. 2 men back for Thibodaux as we wait to snap on the punt. There's the punt. It's up. It's end over end. It's a little better than the earlier punt. It's going to be caught at the 45, at the 43, to the 40, 25, 30, down to the 26-yard line. Number 23, Everett Johnson. One heck of a punt return. The momentum for Thibodaux is outstanding.
One man he had to beat. That was Katie ball to go there. He was like 6 points on the goal. However, Thibodaux High will now play 10 from the 25.5-yard line. Knocking on the door one more time.
9:13 to go in the 3rd, folks. The beginning of the second half, we said it. Don't touch that dial, and this is going to get exciting. We're going to have one receiver to the right and one to the left. I formation with Chauvin under center from the 25, and he takes the handoff. He keeps it, throws to the right. It is caught by looks like Duncan to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown for Thibodaux High School. Brynell Duncan, a 25-yard touchdown reception. Beautiful blocking by the offensive line on that one. 9:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. Oh, goodness. It is now 21-18 Thibodaux High School. And this is a tremendous momentum swing, Rabbit. Beautiful blocking by the offensive line as well. We'll get their names in a little bit. Kicked extra point by Ross Esteve as Chauvin will hold. There's the snap. The ball is down, end over end, and he got it with 9:03 to go in the 3rd. 2 quick touchdowns by Thibodaux. 21-19 Slidell. We're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to the 640 AM KTIB Game of the Week. Back right after this announcement. Wow. Unbelievable.
Turn around, boy.
Okay, there we go. And we are back at Thibodaux High School, 21-19. Thibodaux has scored 2 touchdowns in just under 3 minutes of the start of the second half as Esteve gets ready to kick off. And it's an onside kick, and it only went 4 yards. Incredible. Thibodaux High tried to capitalize on their momentum, went for an onside kick. I don't know how you would describe it, Rabbit, but they all bunched up on the kickoff, and it only went 4 yards.
They attempted an onside kick. I guess the kicker missed the ball.
Basically.
Deep, and he moved the ball forward about 4 yards. He had given the ball to Slidell at Thibodaux High, 4 yards.
1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. They throw it down the right side to the 40, 35, 30. Slidell takes it down to the 29-yard line. That's Brian. Wow. Right, exactly. But I guess they were trying to capitalize off the momentum they had in one regard. Brian King goes all the way for a 15-yard reception, and it's a 1st and 10 for Slidell. Liuza, a beautiful pass to the right. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Slidell. 8:54 on the clock. waiting for the shotgun snap. One receiver in motion to the left. And here we go, Liuza. There's the snap. He hands off to number 11. Oh, and it looks like he stopped in the backfield. For about a two. No, wait a minute. No, they did blow it. I'm sorry. Ryan Tott, it looks like he lost about a yard on the play. Thibodaux's defense stifled him down. The Thibodaux defense in the second half all over the place. So that'll bring us to second down and 11 for Slidell at the Thibodaux 26-yard line. They put three receivers to the left, one to the right, shotgun, one running back shaded to the right. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Liuza down the left side. It is incomplete. Brian King, it was thrown at his foot, didn't have a chance to get it. 3rd and 11.
Running play and that pass play really didn't look very good on that play. However, you have to count out Brian King, this kid is good receiver. Clutch time right now. Back.
3rd down and 11 for Slidell at Thibodaux's 26. There's the snap, a blitz to the left. Liuza eludes it. He's down to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, and out of bounds at the 13-yard line. And he's pretty close to getting a first down on that play at the 8:04 mark. He does have the first down because they're going to spot it closer to the 12. So Slidell is trying to take away some momentum from Thibodaux High School at the 8:04 mark of the 3rd quarter. They're only winning by 2 now. 21-19 as they put the ball in play. 1st and 10 at the 12. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers right. Now one comes back across to the left. Here's the snap. He hands off again to no, he keeps it himself to the 10. And there's a penalty flag down at the 8. And it looks like, Rabbit, it's probably a holding call. We all hope so for our case. So we'll wait for the penalty. It was about a 4-yard gain for Liuza, and that's what it is. Holding against Slidell. Take it back 10 yards to make it 1st and 20.
That's a great quarterback did a tremendous job that night. That time, timing the ball, and handed it off to the mouth and they pulled it back, went around the left side, and he had a 5-12-yard gain on that play. 3-yard line. So this is a good penalty against Slidell.
So now Slidell looks like it was a spot foul. They push it back to the 19. So it'll be 1st and about 15 for Slidell. And Liuza keeps it, throws to Brian King at the 15, down to the 11, to the 7-yard line. Picked up some good yardage on the play, and it looks like it'll be about 2nd down and 5.
Hard to bring down.
And by the way, let's give both teams credit. I think that was only the 3rd penalty of the game tonight. 2 for Slidell, 1 for Thibodaux, because remember, the 2 previous ones was offsetting. So now we're going to make it 2nd down and 5. It looks like at about the 6-yard line of Thibodaux's for Slidell. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers right, back shaded to the left. There's the snap. Liuza rolls to the right. He's pressured by the defense. He throws it up for grabs to the right side and out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Great pressure by, it looks like, number 41 for Thibodaux High School. That is Myron Terrio. And that defense is swarming all over.
Smart play that time by the kind of reminded me of Aaron Brooks a little bit. Had nobody to throw Don Cook, and he put it out of bounds.
And he didn't smile as much, but okay. Okay, 3rd down and about 5 from the 6-yard line. Liuza waiting for the snap. 3 receivers right. And he's going to hand it off to number 11, and he's scrambling down to the 5, to the 3, to the 1-yard line. It appears he got enough yardage, not a touchdown, but he got the first at the 7:03 mark in the 3rd quarter, and they just squeezed enough through the defense to get that first down play. That was number 11, Ryan Tott, once again. Beautiful. I tell you what, this is going to be a very competitive game, folks. It's not over, and it's going to be exciting. Good thing I'm recording this. 1st down and goal at the 1. 3 backs in the backfield, left to right. Liuza hands off up the middle, and we have a touchdown for Slidell. That was number 32, Josh Buell, 5'10", 227 pounds, a junior. Slidell now makes it 27-19 at the 6:47 mark of the 3rd quarter. Good old-fashioned grinded offense. So now it looks like we're going to have a kicked extra point. and this will be by number 27, Tyler Decker of Slidell. Here's the snap. It's kind of high. They put it down. It is up, and it is good. So we're going to take a timeout. 9-point lead for Slidell, 28-19, 6:47 left in the third. You're listening to the KTIB 640 AM Game of the Week postseason edition, back after this 30-second commercial announcement.